Hello everyone, it's me Sato again from Low Level Cosplay, and today we have the second part of the Goblin cosplay tutorial, and in this part we're gonna take a look at his armor pieces. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more following up content and tutorials and whatever you like. Write it down and I will take a look at it. And without further ado, let's build this thing. Let's go! So first of all I start with tracing the pattern on some high dense 5mm EVA. Now that everything was traced on, I will cut it out. Some pieces has an additional line about 5mm away from the main line for gluing. Also I marked with a line every piece that's neat and 45 degrees inwards cut. So this is what it should look like together. Here I'm starting to gluing the shin guards together with some contact cement. Also remember, this part will be made again because I made a huge mistake. Here I'm just drawing on how it should look like. So this is what the original one looks like, and I wasn't quite happy with it, so I made this new one. Here I'm just gluing the knee parts together. They kinda look a little bit like a small diamond. An additional 2mm EVA part is added on the edge of this knee part. Here I'm starting gluing the chest part together. I double stacked it for more thickness. So now that the two pieces are glued together, I cut the overhang away. It's now time to heat treat the chest pieces, and for this I use the edge of my table. The biggest chest piece needed a little bit more heat treatment, and for this I used a plastic dome to get it more in shape. The chest pieces will now be glued together with contact cement. So with this, the front chest piece is done. Now that the front piece is done, I can start working on the back piece, and for this I glue each half together, and in the middle comes this small house detail part looking like thingy that comes on the inside. And with this, the back piece is also done. Here I'm working on the shoulder parts, and for this I heat treat this small EVA part with a heat gun and will glue it together so it will form a half dome. The half dome will now be glued to the other shoulder parts that will be covering up the upper arm. Here I'm pressing the seams together for a better look in the end. The shoulder part is also now finished. The lower arm armor pieces are made out of these small pieces that will be heat treated and formed with duct tape. After they were heat treated, they will be now glued together with some contact cement, and they are spaced about 3 to 4 centimeters apart each. This was a very fast and easy arm guard. For the upper leg armor, only these two pieces are glued together, and that's it. Now that all the armor pieces are built, I just drew on the scars, and they will be now battle damage with a Dremel. So this is what the first piece looks like, and this step will be repeated for all the other pieces, and they will be now treated with some plasti dip. So now that all the pieces got a few layers of plasti dip, they will be spray painted with gunmetal. Here I'm painting the scars with some silver ribbon buffs, and also they get a little bit of black on top later. Some pieces needed some rivets, and because I don't have the right size, I used some buttons and I just glued it in place with super glue. All the armor pieces got the rivets they needed. For the horns on the helmet, I just mixed some beige and white Tamiya colors together and brushed it on. The edges on the fabric for the helmet got airbrushed with some Tamiya black. So you're probably wondering what's about the Goblin Slayer helmet. I haven't seen it in the video, and you're correct. I actually filmed the whole process of building it, but I won't include it in this video because the patterns that I used, I got it online, and the creator has recently uploaded its own tutorial for it, and there's no point in me doing it again when it's already out there. So I will put the link in the description down below so you can check it out, because he's a creator, he can explain it 1,000 times better than I ever could. Yeah, what else did I want to say? Yeah, yes, it's time for some beauty shots, so let's go. Woo! So this was the tutorial. I know it's not good, but it's okay in my opinion, and also the customer was quite happy with the end result. That was a big relief because it was my first ever armor build, and I'm not quite used to working with EVA because I don't like this material. I prefer PVC. Also, if you have anything in mind that I can make next, or something for the How to Cosplay series, write it down and I will make it happen. And don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, have a great day, don't glue your hands together, and I see you next time. I'm out.